Yo, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Ropes, presented by The Outliers. If you're new here, please smash the like button, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and our socials will be down below. And if anyone's listening on Spotify, please make sure you follow our page and that. So
he got the Spotify.
I did.
He actually added that into
I did.
sprinkle on it.
I put some sprinkling on the donuts.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We haven't done Off the Ropes in a while.
Yeah.
We've been focusing on the other sports, but yeah, we'll delve into it. There's a lot to talk about, especially Money in the Bank happening this week, Sunday. So we'll first talk about. Oh, let's start off with actually Money in the Bank. What are your thoughts on the cards that are happening? The wrestlers that have made the Money in the Bank for both women and men. Do you think it's the right wrestlers in it, or have they missed a few wrestlers? What do you think?
Look, we're gonna start it for now.
Let's start off with the women's.
The women's, it's pretty decent card, I would say. Because now Stephanie Vaquer, if I got that right, the name, she just qualified and she just debuted on Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley, obviously the Aussie favourite, she's going to be in it.
Liv Morgan,
Roxanne.
not Liv Morgan, sorry,
Roxanne Perez. I think she'll be. I think she'll be the favourite to win. I think
you've got Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, she could win it again.
Yeah, and then there's a few other ones.
Oh, the Asian Io Sky.
Kairi Sane.
So there's a few in there. To be honest, I think I'm pretty happy with who they've got in there.
Yeah.
I don't think Liv Morgan was ever going to win it with all the distractions going on with her. Who do you think will win the Women's Money in the Bank? What do you reckon?
Look, that's a tough decision, Sam. Look, there's a lot of I would say three favourites in that card will probably win it. I'm going to put Roxanne Perez number one.
Yeah.
I think
she's your favourite to win it? Or
yeah,
is this your top three?
But she's the future, man. Like, she's the youngest pro wrestler in WWE right now.
She's in her 20s, early
20s.
Yeah,
I think
20s.
she's 22, I think, to be
Yeah,
exact.
so
22.
So you're going her to win it?
Look, I'm saying Roxanne Perez number one.
So that's your winner?
Yeah, I'm going to say obviously winner, but I'm saying top three.
Who's other shouts?
Maybe Stephanie Vaquer. She's had a lot of achievements in NXT. She's won the NXT title, women's title, and the North American one as well. I think Rhea Ripley will be number 3 as well. Obviously, she might get her title back.
There's a few out there.
There's a few good options. For me, I think Alexa Bliss will get it. I don't know, like, she's been away for a while. I think it's a good opportunity for her to get back onto the main card with the bigger wrestlers in the women's division. I think she deserves it. Roxanne Perez. What's her name? Sorry,
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, she deserves it. She's been phenomenal. Now with the Judgment Day issue, what's going on, the only reason why I won't put her, I got a feeling Liv Morgan may interfere in a way to try and help her, but it just goes all wrong, what we've seen with Liv Morgan's situation. So for me, I'm going Alexa Bliss. I think she's, for me, favourite to win it.
Yeah, I think Roxanne Perez. It will spice up the Judgment Day storyline with her and Liv Morgan and stuff. So I feel like I'll probably Roxanne Perez.
I think with Roxanne, again, as what Bill said, I think with what she's done to Liv Morgan, costing her match, it might add that extra spice into the Judgment Day with her winning the Money in the Bank. She's going to be fuming. So, like, for me, it's either her or Alexa Bliss. I'm going to go Alexa Bliss.
I think the fans would want Alexa Bliss to win it. I think they're on her side. But, you make a good valid point about Roxanne.
I'll go Alexa Bliss. I think Rhea Ripley won't, because I think she doesn't need the Money Bank to get into the title scene. I think she'll just get in it regardless. So I think it's the ones that need that push. And Roxanne Perez or Alexa Bliss, but I'll go Alexa Bliss.
We've got the next one. We've got John. You want to talk? We'll do the men's Money in the Bank actually. So not CM Punk. Sorry. El Grande made it tonight on Monday Night Raw, which is
that was another
I didn't expect that to
disappointment.
happen. We've got
Andrade, Seth Rollins. Who else we got? Penta. I think
LA Knight and
LA
Solo.
Knight.
Yeah.
Look, I think everyone's been saying. I'm going to say the favourite to win. I think LA Knight is going to win it. I think he deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase because he's been waiting for that opportunity. Because he said he wants to win more gold. So
and he's been in it for the last. Well, this is his 3rd year in a row he's in it. So
so I think it'll be his
dumb
chance
if he doesn't win it. So it makes sense for him to
they should have pulled the trigger in 2023 when the hype was around him.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think we can cancel wrestlers out. Seth Rollins won't win it because we know
Obviously
Roman
not.
Reigns could interfere.
He's going to interview, return,
So he's out. I don't think Andrade's winning it. No way.
No.
Penta, I don't see them giving him it, and I don't see him.
But he'll make like a mad historic moments.
I don't think he's ready for a world title yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Solo won't win it. I think with Jacob Fatu, his eyes on him.
Yeah.
I think it just makes sense. LA Knight, and for me, it's LA Knight, and then probably second is El Grande, to be honest. Not that he'll win it, but I think I already take Seth out of the picture. I know he's not winning it.
Exactly.
The two people that are clear, have no distractions, are those two. So, but I'm going LA Knight to win.
Yeah, I think LA Knight, man. Look, like how you said, Charbel, 3 times he's been there. And he's been close to get that briefcase, but it never happened to him. Yeah. But he will get it, obviously. But El Grande Americano, he just got lucky. You know, AJ Styles, CM Punk, they actually put a hell of a show today on Monday Night Raw. But CM Punk should have had his chance. He would have been 3-time Money in the Bank.
He could have won
because he's won it twice about like 15 years ago, which I remember.
It would be like so funny if El Grande won it.
I know, imagine that.
Yeah.
Like, is there a chance or not?
Yeah, like I don't think so. That doesn't make sense for him to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only way he wins it is that he reveals himself as Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Obviously,
and then
because
Chad Gable starts to use himself as the Money in the Bank, which again, like we've all were arguing back then with Chad Gable being the world title picture. So I think that would only make sense if he becomes his true self. But who do you reckon Bill's going to win?
In between Seth Rollins and Solo, to be honest.
Solo. Why is that? Why
I don't
Solo?
know. I've got a gut feeling Solo might win. I don't know. I feel like what he's been doing now has been a bit stale for Solo. And I feel like it needs some sort of a story change. With him, potentially winning that briefcase. I mean, I feel like he could gun for a world title, and maybe who knows, man. I feel like there's great stuff. There'd be great storylines if Solo was to win. Imagine him in like say Jay.
Yeah. Like brother to brother match. Yeah, obviously.
So it makes sense. So and maybe I don't know. I'm thinking Seth Rollins too with his new faction. That could spice things up too.
Yeah.
With his history with Jey Uso now, or with his current storyline with Jay. He's got a bit of a feud with him. I'm gonna say Solo. I'm gonna say Solo to win.
And maybe we're looking into maybe Roman doesn't come and interfere.
Maybe it comes for later for SummerSlam.
But we know CM Punk's always in the picture. But Solo's a good shout.
Just think about it, everyone's eyes is on Seth Rollins, like what we saw on Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. It's just like, yes, I think he's the big, like he possibly is maybe the favorite. He's the biggest one there.
Yeah.
But I just feel with what's happening, it's just too many distractions. They're gonna come interfere. They're gonna help like a few of the wrestlers. So Ellen, I think again, I wouldn't say it's his time to win it. Like I feel what Sammy said, 2023 was his best year to win it. Like the hype around him, etc., etc. So if he wins it, he wins it. So I just feel with the years he's been in, I think he has to win it. Like you can't be 3 years in a row being in it,
losing in that.
So
that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm saying about LA Knight, because like I know how Shovel said 3 times he's been there from 2023 to 2025.
Yeah, this is
his third year now. So if he does win that Money in the Bank briefcase, he can I know obviously he's going to cash it in, but I reckon I have a feeling that he might cash it in on John Cena. I don't know when, maybe the next PLE
or
if
Cena has it still. You never know.
If he does have it or not, because John Cena's going to hold it as much as he can.
Yeah,
but I reckon they're probably going to let LA Knight win that undisputed. I hope.
It's going to be a good event. Let's quickly give our predictions for the other 2 matches. Who do you think wins the Intercontinental Champion?
So Dominic. So you're talking about the women's
one, Lyra or Becky Lynch?
I think Lyra's going to retain it.
You reckon retain?
She's been on fire, man. She's been roasting Becky Lynch week after week after week. After what she did with both of each other after Mania when they won the women's tag team titles.
Yeah.
And then she got betrayed by Becky Lynch, and then Becky Lynch cost her the title.
Yeah.
And then that's when the feud started.
She's doing a very good
She's
job.
doing. I think now they're trying to push her now to fire up.
Yeah.
But Becky Lynch, obviously, she returned and that. I don't know about Becky, bro. Like she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna win it. I think Lyra's gonna retain it. I can see.
Becky wins this one. I'm going Becky to win that one.
I'm going Becky.
What about you? Do?
Because Lyra already beat her once.
Yeah,
and she's beaten her twice actually in her career. So I think it'll be Becky this time.
I'm gonna go Lyra to retain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally the Cena, Logan versus Cody and Jay. Who do you think wins?
That's a tough one. Jay
and Logan, yeah. Well, you know what's about to happen. Obviously, there's going to be so many situations in that scene. I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell.
Maybe
there was a part where Logan said something to Cena, and Cena got angry with him. So already there's like again, this has nothing to do with the predictions, but like we're starting to see Cena slowly, having enough with these people. We saw at the end of the Randy Orton feud, and now with Logan Paul, and I think maybe that distraction might cost him. I'm gonna go Cody and Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with them as well. Cody and Jay, I think they'll win it. Obviously,
I think so.
You know what? I'll go Cody and Jay. Cody returns. I think. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one. Like I don't know the reason why Cena would win. Like what's better storyline? It's a very tough one, 50-50. I'm just gonna stick with Jay and Cody. I reckon they'll win.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Logan Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Logan Cena will get it done. I feel like Cena on his current title run, it just makes sense for him to win and be put over Cody and Jey Uso. But yeah, you never know with this one. This is a 50-50 one.
50-50 one.
Now let's talk about Karrion Kross. Now again, we saw. Well, it was on Saturday. I said possibly Karrion Kross can get a chance at the Money in the Bank, considering there was like one more position. Now that's not the case. El Grande Americano's in it. Why he's still being overlooked? And is there any way that it can change for Karrion Kross, or what do you reckon is going to happen?
I don't know. Karrion Kross does deserve it. He does deserve the main title picture.
Yeah.
We've always said it. I don't know why WWE continue to put him down. He's still fighting on main event, the show main event, which like basically for jobbers. So I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. This guy deserves everything. He should be champion right now.
And the pops he's been getting when the camera goes in him backstage has been phenomenal. Everyone's loving him, especially since that viral interview moment he had a few months ago. Yeah, I just don't know what Triple H is doing. Speaking to my cousin, like he was saying, it's similar to LA Knight where he was so hyped in 2023. Everyone wanted him, as we've said before, and he just never gave him that chance to get a big title. And when that hype died out, he just gave, like LA Knight gave him the title. And that's similar with the Karrion Kross situation where the hype, everyone wants him. It's not going to happen. When that hype fades away, then he's going to give Karrion Kross that chance.
I think Karrion Kross, like in this picture, if he won the Money in the Bank, it would have been perfect. We look at CM Punk when he had the, when he was
Money in the Bank.
No, he had the... Straight Edge Society.
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
I
them
remember
on the
that.
side. Dolph Ziggler had AJ Lee in his side. He had Big E. And I think with Karrion Kross having Scarlett on his side, holding that Money in the Bank, finally getting that push he deserves. I was reading the comments on social media. Someone goes, if we had Karrion Kross with the Money in the Bank, imagine whispering in these champions' ears saying, I'm going to cash on you, trying to just brainwash him, in which he has been doing to a lot of wrestlers, especially Sami Zayn these past few weeks. I think it would have been the perfect move to get him in. But as Bill said, I don't know why they're just bringing him for 10-second cameos. And the fact that they're bringing him in these quick cameos is like they want him a part of the company, but they're only giving him these short stints. So I don't know why that's the case.
Yeah, but they were saying about Karrion Kross, apparently his contract is expiring now, probably until I think a couple of weeks or something. So he was saying it on, I think, Ariel Helwani's podcast, saying that I think his contract is coming up soon. Either he stays or he goes or he's going to go back to the indie scene. But I don't want that to happen. Like in that type of situation for Karrion Kross, bro. I wish it was in the Money in the Bank qualifier. If Grande Americano wasn't in that match, I think Karrion Kross would have won that match.
Look, how I see Karrion Kross, I feel with him still having that storyline with Sami Zayn, I think they are building something.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we see Karrion Kross maybe take a bigger role with Sami Zayn, possibly help him get a title shot. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I feel there is, like Sammy said, the 10-second cameo. I think there's something in it. It's just not, I don't feel they're just putting for the sake of it being on the show. I feel that there is something in it because the last two times he's been on it, it's been relating him and Sammy. So I think give it, a few more weeks, something. Sammy turns two, and I think we're going to see more of Karrion Kross.
Let me tell you something. WWE needs to put more matches for Karrion Kross. We haven't seen him lately. He's only been on the main event.
The show.
That show. That's it. Like a dark.
The dark matches. Yeah.
You should start putting him on the main cards. Like if he's going to have a rival with Sami Zayn or maybe with Jey Uso, whoever it is. That's how you have to start building up the character. He needs to be on television more.
Exactly.
I haven't seen that lately.
Yeah, I think with him getting in Sami Zayn's ear, I think we all know I think Sami Zayn is going to turn heel soon. I think he needs that fresh change, and the fact that Karrion Kross goes, "You're a bad person," and you even know
he even said that. He said, "You're a bad person."
We all know where that's heading.
Yeah.
And I think him getting Sami's ear, Sami Zayn turning heel, that could be something Karrion Kross needs. But sometimes I feel he's been getting into a lot of wrestlers' ears, and he gets into ears, they change, and that's it. Like, I think Karrion Kross just is going to have a part of Sami Zayn turning heel, but then that's all we'll see from Karrion Kross. So,
but just pray that he stays in the company, like, because if they push Karrion Kross, that's it. Like, he's gonna succeed and he'll win championships.
We'll go probably AEW, maybe, you reckon?
Yeah, maybe AEW.
Yeah, but if his contract expires and he goes to AEW, then
but also another thing, like, his numbers are up, like merch sales are up, and he's bringing a lot of business for WWE. So I don't understand why they're holding him off.
But he had every point that what he said off camera with Sam and from that Raw interview, whatever. He had every right to say that because, bro, he needs to be on television more. Yeah. They're not pushing him. I don't understand why.
They've got an agenda against him.
Yeah,
surely
I think so.
Something's wrong. It's not. They can't just with LA Knight when he was so over. At least they're giving him matches, giving him airtime, and he was doing good.
Yeah.
But with Karrion Kross, I don't know what the problem is.
I think maybe with him not having like his contract's not really sorted yet. Maybe that's why there's limited time on air. Maybe once that contract's sorted, then I think we're gonna see a bit more freedom for Karrion Kross.
But I find when he was with that faction with AOP and that, I find it was just wasteful.
That's
like,
lucky they got
that was just. I know they're gone, but I'm just saying I find it wasteful. Like. Yeah. They just wasted his time for all those months, you know. He didn't get those matches as much as AOP. AOP had more matches than him.
Yeah, look,
you know?
Talking about exits, as we all know, the biggest news in this week, rtruth leaving WWE, Carlito, not so big, but still, he was released. And now even Miz is rumored to leave. And after he deleted a few of the WWE mentions on his social media account.
On Twitter account,
Let's first talk about rtruth. What are your thoughts?
That was a shocker, man. I saw that today in the morning. I'm like, why? This bloke, he's won 54 times as that 24/7 champion, but he's won like championship golds in WWE.
United States champion.
But he's a funny bloke. Like, why would you get rid of him?
Like, keep him.
I know.
I think
it was just for the entertainment for the fans.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Like, he was coming on here and there with his background since with Judgment Day. Like, he wasn't. He had small parts, but those small parts were so big to all of us. You know, we always laughed. You know, when he came out the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need to release him. Like, he was not doing anything wrong. Like, he had those short cameos, and they need that sort of thing to bring the comedy side of things to WWE. So I think there was no point of releasing him at all, and I think it's disrespectful with what he's done to the company. And like, I don't know. Like,
and especially since like he had a match with John Cena recently.
Saturday night,
main event. And like, who would have known when you lifted up the towel the last time is now? It was for him. So like, WWE, they need that comedic side to the product. They need rtruth there. You know, without rtruth, really, like, it becomes dull. There's no comedy aspect to WWE. And I know all the wrestling buff heads, you know, they might say you don't need that in the product, but you do.
You actually do need it.
You need that Vince McMahon-esque, you know, type of script. Because Vince McMahon was known to do these silly storylines. So with rtruth there, it enlightened the product a bit. It made it funny. It made it a bit light. You know, sometimes you don't want to always see, you know, just match promo.
You need something funny.
You need something funny. Like, you need rtruth and Little Jimmy.
You remember those moments back in like 2015 when he comes out and on the mic and then like Kane was like in authority. He's like, I'm gonna win the Money in the Bank, and he's like, you're not even the match.
How about when he went up the ladder to win the Money in the Bank?
Even the one he's a DP in the Royal Rumble, he tags in Dom. Like,
he was in the Women's Royal Rumble.
What about Little Jimmy moments? That was the funniest thing.
It's literally he's on at 10 seconds, and those 10 seconds are the ones we all look forward to. So I think like there was literally no point to get rid of him. Like, it's not like a Karrion Kross where you don't know what to do with him. You knew what you were doing with Truth. It was working out. The fans were laughing at it. You now see everywhere on Instagram, on Twitter, we want Truth back, and I really think the fans are going to get him back.
And that's how he has affected the fans in a good way. You know, when you got the fans saying we want Truth back, that wouldn't just say that. How many wrestlers have been released? You know, just recently, Braun Strowman. You know, with all due respect to him, great wrestler. I think he should still be in the company. But at the same time, the fans. They understood why he was gone.
Carlito, no one really cares.
Because he came in and out.
People want Carlito back too, don't get me wrong, but Truth is the one where everyone wants him because they don't understand why he's been let go. You know, especially just having faced John Cena. You know, he's an asset to the company.
Yeah, but don't forget as well, even with the women's as well, like with Dakota Kai, when she got released as well, like she's from New Zealand, like bro, she had so much talent and she was close to win
but with these
championship.
wrestlers, they don't have the same spark.
Connection
Yeah, I
to
know.
the fans.
You know, it's all about WWE is all about sometimes connection to the fans.
Yeah,
you know, we
obviously,
remember these big moments. Why? Because that's WWE. Sometimes, you know, it's all about creating the moments. Why do we say WrestleMania moments? You know, R-Truth creates these moments that you know that's still in our hearts forever. You know, but
exactly.
if that's the case, if he's no longer coming to the company,
it's
you know,
so-
at least
yeah.
he's made all these memories with us.
But it's so disappointing that he left like that. It's just like it's a slap in the face. I would say.
When the news came out, I saw his he actually deleted it, to be honest. He deleted it. I don't know
did see
why.
that. It was on-
When he says return, I thought, oh, this could be storyline. It's not
Yeah.
real, you know. But then I saw all the wrestlers saying farewell, thank you for everything you've done, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is actually serious. And I saw some comments saying, imagine he goes AEW. He forms up with all the former WWE wrestlers, and he goes on the mic. Oh, this isn't WWE. Like he might think he's at WWE. That would actually be bad. That would be funny.
Legally, that'd be a hassle.
Exactly.
But you know what? It's so upsetting that he left, bro. Like after all those, he's been there since when? 2000 and
He's been there since.
he's been a long time there.
04, 03.
Something like that. Yeah, he's been there for a very long
But
time.
even like Carlito too, like he brings comedy aspects
Yeah,
to the
no,
product
he does.
with the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
He
I like
does.
Carlito a lot.
Yeah, he
backstage with
does.
The Judgment Day, like he's very underrated, to be honest, with his
Yeah.
jokes
Yeah.
and that. Every time he pulls a joke, everyone's laughing. You can hear it in the
Exactly.
crowd. So I think it's not as big, of course, as R-Truth, but like I think you'd expect that to happen. Like,
But how about the Miz?
Yeah.
Do you think he's
yeah,
gone?
Well, I think he's
I
been fed up with the decision of letting Truth. You know, we
Yeah.
know he's very close with Truth, and
They
he
used to be
probably
very
understands
close
that it's
friends.
like unfair treatment. Like there's no reason to get rid of him. Miz has been a very long. He's still, I think he hasn't left.
He's a
he's with
two-time Grand Slam champion.
Yeah,
like
and
he's done everything in WWE.
I don't feel he'll leave. I think, he will be upset, but I think they can come to some sort of just agreement,
solution,
just
yeah.
solution, just talk about what's happened. But I don't think Miz will leave.
Look, he shouldn't leave, but like, all right, he's done it all. You know what I mean? But it's getting to that point. Like, where would you put him in the cards? Like in the mid card, or you put him on the top card again until he retires? No one knows. Like I'm saying that he does need one more push before he retires. That's what I think, because he's already accomplished and achieved
He's got everything. really.
that he's done in WWE all those years. You
Well,
know
he's
what I mean?
working with Carmella Hayes right now, but I think
That's ending slowly.
that's ending
Yeah, I
slowly.
think
You
it
can
is,
see
because
they're having a
Carmella
bit
Hayes is
of-
going to be independent on his own.
I think Carmella Hayes will turn face.
Yeah.
And if Miz is still around, which I
Yeah.
think he should be, he will of course turn heel.
But with Carlito, sorry, Shaba, but with Carlito, they should have put him as an individual. You know, go for championships again, maybe US title, IC title, you know, or even for a world heavyweight title. They should have done something for him in the cards like that. But putting him in the Judgment Day, I think, to be honest, it was good for him. But I just find it was a bit boring, I would say, because he's always playing on the PlayStation in the
him and
background.
JD.
You know what I mean? With him and JD McDonough.
Yeah.
So if you bring Carlito back, you need to put him into the cards.
Like, just think
in
about
the matches,
it.
bro.
If we see Miz, I don't think it'll happen. But if Miz was to leave, you had R-Truth that left, and now Carlito. I don't know. It's a bit worrying.
It's
for
all
me.
because of TKO, I reckon.
Yeah, everyone's blaming.
Yeah,
It's
everyone's
not Triple
been-
H. I don't
yeah.
think it's
Nah,
Triple H.
it's not
making
Triple
this.
H's fault. He's
Because,
doing a
like,
good job for
bro,
everyone.
It's all in a mess right now, WWE.
With the contract.
PLEs, you know, we're getting PLEs every week now.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
it was
now
like,
you got Worlds Collide.
want
when
to-
was
yeah,
it?
you got Worlds Collide,
the
and
week
then
after, I think.
you got a few
Money in
other.
the Bank this
Money in
week.
the
Then
Bank.
then I think Worlds Collide. What does Worlds Collide? What's after Worlds Collide?
Money in the Bank.
No,
Is that-
Money in the Bank's this Saturday.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
Worlds
Is that before?
Yeah, Worlds Collide. I saw
Yeah,
on the
before, it's
page,
before.
Worlds Collide, then I have the Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Yeah.
And,
Oh, okay.
And
So,
then-
so,
Money in
like,
the Bank is in
I
2
feel
weeks
like-
or something.
No,
isn't it?
Money in the Bank's this week, but World
Oh.
Collide's before Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
Well, regardless, like from Saturday night's main event straight to Money in the Bank,
Yeah.
really, it's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
like WWE are rushing their storylines, and I think it's because of TKO. They're getting greedy with the money.
Yeah.
I feel
instant
like they're
money.
just saying they just want money.
Yeah.
You make a big PLE, bang. We're gonna make a shit ton of money because everyone's gonna, tune into it.
And,
So,
Dwayne Johnson's on top of it as well.
yeah, well, regardless of The Rock, I'm just
Yeah.
saying the board of directors, it's messing up Triple H. I feel like, and I think someone said we're not in the Triple H era, we are in the TKO era.
So Triple H.
TKO era. So like
Yeah.
in a way where it's like where Triple H wants to have this creative freedom and maybe wants Truth there, wants Carlito there, and maybe the board of directors at TKO are saying like, no, we don't want him, so you got to sack him. Or maybe he tries to present a storyline to him,
But
they
they don't
reject
like
it because it doesn't make money.
So
Because look at now. I think aren't they withdrawing from WrestleMania in New Orleans?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
They are,
So
they are.
like, so that's
Why's
what's
that?
happening now.
Yeah.
money. They want because they made a lot of money, a shit ton of money in Vegas. They want to back-to-back WrestleManias in Vegas.
Yeah.
So and then I think they're making do with the money. They're making do with the money in the bank next year in New Orleans. So they're swapping it over.
Oh, that's TKO.
Wow. So it's all TKO.
It's in the mess.
So it's at Vegas next year.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't even know.
So that just shows that Triple H is not that type.
100%. And it's like a lot of people are getting turned off the product right now.
Yeah.
So Triple H isn't the full boss. Is it TKO?
Yeah. At the end of the day, he's got to listen to TKO.
And like you can even censor the recent weeks. Like it's just there's too much happening behind the scenes. Like I can censor with the rtruth and even issues like the Karrion Kross fans wanting like
releasing the wrong wrestlers.
I'm telling you, I feel like WWE has become the land of brand opportunity for all the sponsors that are on the canvas, on the barricades. I don't know if that's a Triple H decision. Like I don't know, but that might have been a TKO because that wasn't there until TKO came in.
So Logan Paul started with this, like his sponsor. You know what I mean?
And then all the brands followed. So I feel like these are brand moves, business moves by TKO. And I feel like Triple H just wants to focus on the product, and he can't do that where they're trying to have a business mind in this. All right, wrestling, pro wrestling is a business, but at the end of the day, it's all about the product that you're producing on Raw, SmackDown, and PLEs. So I don't know. I feel like you can tell Triple H wants creative freedom, and we're not really seeing that.
Because we saw that before TKO even came. When did TKO come back into
probably
the
last year?
it was
last year, I think.
No, it was a couple of years ago.
a couple of years ago then, yeah.
But it's upsetting. Well, we'll see what happens, man. It could get uglier.
Yeah,
but
let's hope rtruth comes back. But I think that's a wrap to Off the Ropes. If you're new here, as we said, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys soon.